Welcome back everybody to another episode of Transport Fever with me, Vapor. And I don't know when this happened, but they're trying to circumvent my transport network. All the towns have built themselves a road. So now Saulo and Krushtov City are now connected. Not only that, every industry and literally every city is connected. I mean, it might, to get from here to here would be a long way around, but they've connected themselves up. And if you look, if we come down here, they've all invested in automobiles. Going home, and they were over here. Going to shop. So this is going to chip away at my money, I would think. And how fast are these going? Does it tell me? It doesn't, but move preference is fast. Because I'm probably not moving people quick enough, they've chose to drive. So that must have happened at some point. It certainly wasn't anything that I did, so that's quite interesting. We still have a lot of people waiting. If we can click on somebody. I prefer fast, but they're not a car owner, and I think that's the difference. There we go. Okie dokie. Right, what I've done is I don't know if anyone was paying attention. I've played a little bit, so the years have gone by. So on this line, and I have been listening. So there were suggestions that too many cars. But I think we've got to a point now. I've just replaced the locomotive on this one with a super fast one. So the actual financial figures are probably not going to be quite right on this, and neither are the passengers. But still, that's quite a lot of money. So, for this line specifically, it's making 1.21 million. So, still got the same amount of cars, we just have a faster locomotive. And I think, if I'm right in thinking, that it's actually cheaper to maintain. So, we're now using the Baden. So it goes to 56 miles an hour, is 237 a year. We were using this, 412,000 a year. So it's almost 200,000 cheaper to maintain. It goes a little bit slower, but it's so much more worthwhile. And I think I was using this one as well on one of the other lines. 37 miles an hour, 181. Not much difference in running costs, but you get that extra speed. So I've started to replace my trains with this. So as you can see on the Saulo food line, that one's been replaced, and this one is set to replace automatically. And thank you for pointing that out, by the way. I think more than one person did actually point it out. I think the most recent person was Krutov. Or Kroitov. I still can't get my head around how you pronounce that. The only reason it's making a loss is for whatever reason the way the stations work, and I've talked about this before. This line here for train 2, which is the one that's left, gets loaded up first. When that's full, it starts to load that way. So this train tends to have to sit here for quite a while it fills up. Now, I could probably tweak the line, so that's train 2, which is actually train 1 on here. Yeah, confusing. So it has been making money, but it makes a loss until it actually goes in. We can change the colour. You see, I've set it to replace. Actually, let's turn that off for the moment, because we don't want it doing it every so often, because it costs so much money. What colour should we? Can we go with like a green? Okay, so it doesn't change everything. There's a few different tints. So let's go 82. What was I going to do? Ah, that's why. There we go. If I turn that off. The only thing is, I kind of don't want it coming here and not taking anything. That's doing 264. And what else have we done? So we've got 2 platforms on here now. We've also, if I get out of here, we've got a double track to this point. When I actually looked at it, it would be better off for me to run the track probably through here. When I first set it up, I didn't have the money to be running tunnels, but I guess in the long run that would make more sense. And maybe having more trains, because that will encourage this place to chuck out quite a bit more wheat It has dropped off a little bit. It's unusual. Anyway, we're going to avoid that. There's no reason for me to be bothering with that unless the money on here goes really crazy. Let's have a look at everything else. 209,000, so that's making more money because more wheat is coming in here. Brilliant. I think there's a new vehicle actually. I'll have a look at that in a second. 226k on that one. Oh, 745,000. That's on this line here. Now, more people are wanting to come this way than are wanting to go that way, and that makes sense because this city's got a little bit more to offer. So, line 2, which I've not named yet, it's got 14 people, although it's just picked up, 56. So it did take a full load. And waiting is 122. We need to name this city, by the way, because it's still Alfred. We've not named it. I don't know who we want to name it after. It's quite a small city. How is it looking on here, Alfred? 448. So it's not one of the smallest ones. In fact, it's the third biggest. I might take the smallest and see what we can do with it at some point as well. So what locomotive are we using here? Right, so we're using that one still, which I can't remember which one it is. I think it has a couple of syllables and a couple of numbers, if I remember rightly. So it was line 2. It was the PLM 220. So it's making a fair amount of money. I'm pretty sure we set this to upgrade. Yes, we have. So we've set it to upgrade to the new one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an extra car. That's going to cost 4 million. So at the moment, it's not going to do it. Because actually minus the old vehicle value. So is that going to take, is that the cost after or before? No, that's got to be the cost before. So I'm guessing the reason it hasn't done it yet is more to do with, oh, something just got done. Something got upgraded. What was it? Oh, it was this one. It's just been done. There we go. Fantastic. Oh, it's got a nice horn as well. If that's the correct term. Let's turn the auto replace off because we don't want it doing it constantly. So this one's a lot faster. I think it was a little bit cheaper to run, and it can carry more people. So it's got 70 at the moment. So we'll leave that to do its business. We're in a bit of a deficit, but that's fine. What's going on here? North to circle south. Why are you struggling so much? Might be because there's more people with cars. That seems like a bit of a redundant line, to be honest. Nothing waiting. Right, let's completely get rid of this one. So if we do this, send all vehicles to depot and sell on arrival. And is there a way of deleting this line? Aha, job done. Don't know if anything else uses that bus stop. Doesn't appear to, so we can take that away. No, we can't because we've got no money. Let's speed the game up. Also, I've changed the key bindings. I can now pause the game with space. Oh, wonderful. That's just up here in these options. Makes it nice and easy. There was a comment in video 5, I think it was, by a new face, and asked me to turn the music down a little bit, which I can appreciate. So when I actually looked at it, if we get rid of these, let me turn the bulldozer off before I start destroying things. When you go into either here or here, so this is just the music. It was on 2, I've put it to 1. So there's not much difference. And then the audio, it's already on max, so it's kind of I either turn it on or off. So if it's still a bit annoying, either I need to speak up or we can remove it completely. The towns are starting to really come alive though. It is an absolutely gorgeous game and it's incredibly addictive. I think if I wasn't recording videos, I would probably just sit here for hours on end playing it. Look at that Boston inspired cafe. Is that a cafe? Or restaurant. I'm more about the colour of it than anything. In fact, quite a few of them are looking that colour. So many people now and all these cars. I never expected cars. It just didn't pop into my tiny little mind. What's going on here? Are you loading up now? Yeah. Oh, we got everyone. Nice. Are we full? Not quite. What are we taking? 1.32 million a year. My god. So worthwhile. Oh, is everything else running fine with the exception of maybe the food one? I don't know. Maybe the fact that I've let it just have free reign is perfect. Now this one needs to replace as well, but that's going to cost me quite a lot, and we also need to pay off some of our money. As you may have noticed, I have paid some back, several million in fact. Okay, 268. To me, it looks like the production has gone up tiny bit. Okay, we'll leave them to it. You're coming in now. New vehicles. So if we look at the Salo food line, so it's this one. It's making 216k. Now that's all based on obviously what food comes in. And actually, we're almost at the capacity for food. So I wonder what happens when we hit the 213. Did they not drop it off? Because I've had no error message to come up and say, whoa, you know, they're not going to accept your goods. There's no vehicles just sat here. 6 of 6. Let's see what happens. Well, it's still not quite full, so I'm assuming it will unload. Yep. Okay, so let's have a look at the new vehicle. We'll do it. Yeah, let's click on the line. Soon as we've learned how to do it this way, so food transport, we'll click on this one, click on replacement. Alright, so it's set to automatically replace with that vehicle. So if we take that away and switch to freight, I think it was a Benz, there we go. I'm assuming it's a Mercedes. It is a typical early lorry by Mercedes-Benz, still running on solid rubber tyres. Okay, so this takes 8. Is that what we're using? Are we using that? I thought we were using something a little bit more modern. No. Okay, so that takes 6. So this takes 2 more. It goes quite a lot faster. It's costing me 10,000, so it's going to cost me double in maintenance. I wish my... there's a loading speed. I never noticed that before. So that's 1.5. This is 2, so it actually loads quicker, it drives faster, it holds more. It's probably worthwhile, isn't it? Okay, so we'll go for that. And automatic. How old are the vehicles? 28 years, so they're coming up to their lifetime, I bet. So even if I do that, they'll probably start automatically changing. I think they tend to do it once they stop. There we go. Oh look. You can see them all changing, which means my money's going to start to drop. We might not need so many on here, you know. I'm tempted to sell a few. Can I... Let's send that one to depot. To depot. So let's take a few away because I don't think we need them all. Not when some of them are just sat here doing nothing. If we need more, I can always add them back. That's the main thing. This is producing 246. Potential 328. There's nothing waiting. You see, that's my point. It's just too many just lingering around. It's costing me more money. 62. 200. See, that's going down. I think I need more trains on that line. Have they all done? Almost. Oh, listen to that. Let's go and have a look. Oh, the noise that's making. That's glorious, that is. Sounds beautiful. It's so much faster as well. Now, our buses are going to get in the way. I do believe there's a road later on that has bus lanes, and not only do your buses use it, so do your trucks. So when you've got all these pedestrian cars, none of which I can see at the moment, don't get in your way, which is fantastic. Oof, looked like a close call. This game is really gorgeous, and look at it's not lagging. I'm getting about 20 frames a second. Depends, if I start like spinning it around it'll drop, but if I just leave it be, it's not too bad. I'm playing on a large map as well, so how much are you going to make for us? 14k, nice. So no doubt our profit on this will go up because we've sold a few vehicles. We've probably still got too many. Look at them all punched up. I think you've got food. Is any of these empty? Yeah, let's send you back. You're empty, so send you back. Got food. Food. For your loading, okay. Do you know what I could do with a key that closes all these things quickly? I'll have to check for the key binders and see if there's a key that does that. Holt Whistle, what a nice name. Just rolls off the tongue, that does. Okay, so let's sell you, and you. Have we got any vehicles waiting to be replaced? Just this one. How much is that going to cost? It would help if I clicked. Oh! Oh! A plane! I never even thought of doing planes. A Junkers F-13. What a wicked name. We'll have a look at that in a second. This one's going to cost how much? That's probably going to replace shortly. No, am I clicking on the wrong? Yeah. That probably will replace. Details, 38 years old. The other thing as well, let's see if we can pause the game and go and have a look at that train. Things show their age over time. Now these are relatively new, I would have thought, because I've replaced them recently. Can you see the rust? Let me get the rust on the roof. And just everywhere. And some vehicles show it more so than others. So if we look at this one, this is new. Okay, it's a different train. But... okay, it looks a little bit... yeah, if you know what I mean. But it doesn't look as bad. So surely that's going to replace soon. Excellent. Planes. Something I've not really looked at all. How much is that going to cost me? 1 point. Oh my goodness. Now we could... well, I could put the airport in here somewhere. If I was going to do it, that is. See, I could... that connects to the train station as well. I can remove these roads and reconnect them. That's fine. But do I want an airport right here? Number of terminals. I'm guessing you can upgrade it later as long as there's a bit of space. I don't know if it's worth... is it worth giving this a go? I'm going to leave that one up to you. You can tell me in the comments. I don't know where we would take it because I don't know how fast the planes actually go. But we could link it up to... where's the smallest city? That's what we were going to look at, wasn't we? Where are you? Oh, you're here. So you're not that far away. Is there a food factory around? I'm not sure. Hemel Hempstead. Okay. So we could fly from here to here. I want to take like literally the smallest town and make it into the biggest. Make it into the place where everybody wants to go. It's still got a lot of room to expand it. I'm guessing it will go over the river. But that would be really cool to do, I think. Kind of a nice little project. How are we doing here now? 260. The only downside to taking vehicles away is that the less you ship, the less that's going to produce. So I've got to bear that in mind. What are you up to? Are you just loading? You're on the pink line. Ah, there we go. Full load. There we are. Take that away. Excellent. 41,000. That's fine. You're going to make me some money. 1.5 million. Yikes, this one. So we replace it with a faster train, a couple more cars. And can we organise this by... no. That's a shame. 1.32 on this one. Jeez, a serious... there's money in people. That's absolutely crazy. We're going to take all these people here and still have a little bit of room, I think. Almost 2 million. Yeah. So I'm guessing if people are not liking the routes, they're going to take their cars more. So we've got to get really efficient with everything we're doing. Whoop. How many's here? 62. Because personally, I never use public transport. I can't stand it. So I can imagine. I mean, if I have to go into central London, I'll take trains and the tube and all that. Oh, man, this is where the money's coming from. We can't even hold that many people. Shall I send it in and put another carriage on it? I think we should probably do it. Let's wait for it to empty. Well, it took about 3 people. Buy trains. How does it hold? 14. 2, so that's what? Does it tell me how many? 98. Let's go with that. I don't want to put too many on it. 1, it'll slow the train down, and 2, it's not going to be as cost effective coming backwards. What was it making us? 1.5 million. In fact, some of them, I'm quite surprised at the money some of these are making. There we go. How many were left? 19. Okay. What was we going to do? Was there some vehicles in here? Yes, there was. So we'll sell these. A little bit of extra cash. I don't think there's been any new buses. There's lots of new buildings coming though. Passenger. No. So we're still on those. That's fine. We need to think about industry. Because that's the one thing. We're providing food. Mediocre transport. But when it comes to jobs, these things drive the growth of the city. So we've really got to look. Oh, these two. How close could they be? Unless one of these is new. I don't know if new industries appear. I don't ever remember them being there. Otherwise, I'd have hooked those two up. That'd just be so obvious to do. I remember looking for a food factory near here once before and couldn't see it. There still isn't one. We got nothing here again. This could be easy money. So that produces logs, that produces planks, I'm guessing. Oh, it's an iron ore mine. Oh, that looks like wood. Okay. I am an idiot, that's fine. Yeah, we really got to... Oh, we got a new vehicle. Please don't be a boat. Ooh. Crocodile. Is that a tram or a train? Is that electric? Stop the press. Let's go and have a quick look. We're over here, aren't we? Oh, it is electric, isn't it? Swiss electric locomotive known as the Crocodile, mainly used for heavy freight trains on sinuous routes. Okay. So how much is 485,000 a year? How fast does it go? 47. Well, it's not really worth it. But does that mean we can now electrify our tracks? Oh, here we go. Is it that? Is that the one that does it? I thought that was something to do with curvature as opposed to electric. Maybe Oh yeah, there we go. So that is. So we can electrify the lines. It's not worth it at this stage anyway. These trains are far faster, I think. Let's unpause the game. Brilliant. So, I'm just thinking what we could do now. In fact, we can pay some of this off. Did that train upgrade? That's the other question. That one's upgraded. Yes. So we can repay some of this. I want to clear this debt before we do anything else. So I have several options. I can obviously do some transport stuff in here, just to move people around. It's almost tempting to put a second train in here. How much is it making? 1.67 million. I'm not saying it will double the money, but it might do that. And the same with this one, 1.5 million. There. Click on the right thing. 102 waiting, and the train is currently just leaving here. We could do that. We could do that. What do you guys think? What do you think is best to do? I mean, we've got industry we can deal with. We could do more passengers. I think passengers might be the best thing to do initially, just to get some money flowing. But I'm thinking of taking this little city here and making it into something big and beautiful. That's what's running through my mind. But I don't know. I really don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to end the episode here. So until next time, as always, take care.